Let's talk about hypergamy. For those of you that don't know, hypergamy is a woman's instinctual desire to find a man who is superior in physicality, in resources, right? They've done studies where they've discovered that women usually date across and up dominance hierarchies. Someone like Jordan Peterson's spoken about this countless times. And a lot of young men seem to be pissed off about that. Why do women want dudes who are taller and in better shape and make more money? Because it's the more attractive life for them. I mean, put yourself in their shoes for a minute. No homo, right? But if you were a woman, you'd want a dude who's competent, not someone who's absolutely vulnerable physically, maybe obese or anorexic. No woman wants to really be with a dude like that, if we're being honest. I'm not being politically correct on this channel. That's not what this channel's for. And so for any woman watching thinking, no, I would if he has a great personality. Let's be honest. Right? And sometimes what women say versus what they respond to are two different things. They may say, well, no, I'd love a dude who's obese and big teddy, whatever. But in reality, it's a different story. And you know why most women won't go for a dude who's obese or anorexic? Because they think about the long-term health of this individual and whether or not he's going to be around to witness the growth of his kids and guide his kids in the future, and whether the kids are even going to be healthy. Okay, so when we talk about hypergamy, it's a biological thing that's hardwired into them. It's not women trying to be mean or anything like that. They're thinking about the future. Is he able to protect? Is he able to provide? And the reason why I say a lot of young men are pissed off is because usually they get the brunt of hypergamy, or they learn the lesson, shall I say, about hypergamy very young. We all do. I've been there. I'm sure many of you guys watching this have been there as well. You're a young guy, you're 22, 23, you're dating this girl, you picture a life with her in the future, you want to get married, but right now you're broke, you might be out of shape. I'm not necessarily saying that you're obese or anorexic, but you're out of shape. Or maybe you are in shape, but you're broke. In which case you've done one thing, right? You've communicated to her that you can take care of yourself physically. But if you're not where you want to be in terms of your life's mission, and look, you can't blame women, fellas. You really can't. I mean, not every woman has it in them to want to be by your side and support you. And the harsh reality is a lot of dudes won't really ever get it together. Now, look, there are girls that want a superior life where they want to be flown around everywhere first class. They want Chanel bags and they want to live that Instagram footballer's wife lifestyle. There are girls like that, and maybe more and more today than maybe 20 years ago because of social media, and they all look at that and they think, oh, wow, I need me a rich dude. But how many of these dudes are actually rich? We're talking about point something % of the 1%, because a lot of these rich dudes that women want are old. In fact, most of them are old. And so if they want a dude who's 6'2", 25 or 28 or 30, right, in shape and makes a lot of money, that's an even smaller percentage of the already small percentage. So what I'm saying here is I sympathize with women in terms of thinking, right, is this dude ever going to get it together? You know, I'll talk about my last relationship, right? I was in a stage of my life where I didn't know what was next. I was confused. I was working a dead-end job, a job that wasn't lucrative and was physically demanding, let's just say. And I kept talking about my next steps, but I wasn't pulling the trigger with ferocity and intention to communicate to this girl that, okay, I'm on my way. I would talk a lot. And this is why I always tell you guys, when you start seeing a girl, don't be sitting there talking about, oh, in the future, I want to do this business. And a lot of us guys talk too much, but we don't walk the talk. If you mention it, because she asks you what are your dreams, etc. Different story. But become a man of action. Let your words hold weight. Don't be someone who just says, oh, I'm going to start this business and I'm going to do this. Because a year down the line, if you haven't done that, she's going to think, uh-oh, is this guy who he says he is? If she's seeing effort, different story. If she's seeing that you're going out there, you're networking with people, you're going to events, you're doing all sorts of stuff, different story. She can see that you're on that mission. You're developing yourself. You're acquiring the information. But if you're talking a big game, which a lot of guys do, and you're not backing it up, then she's going to start thinking, hang on, is he the best I could do? And that's what hypergamy is. And the moment she starts asking that question, it's a downward slope from there for you. Because she's made up in her mind. Because look, hypergamy isn't a one-off event. She doesn't one day just wake up and think, oh, maybe I could do better than this guy. It's a slow deterioration. But it's not something to worry about. I want to change the conversation around hypergamy. I don't want a lot of you guys to think, oh, well, she's going to leave me for someone better. No, become the best option that she could get. Become the best option. Now, look, someone may say, well, Ali, there's always going to be a dude who's in better shape and richer. True. But you have to have that mindset of, I am the real deal. I am the best she can get. Not in an arrogant way, not in a delusional way, but in a way of, you know what, I know what I bring to the table. And I know I'm on a mission. And if she wants to be right by my side, we can get to a special place together. If she wants to go and discover what's out there, well, then she can. But you have this abundance mindset. You're not coming from a place of, oh, God, but what if she leaves, Ali? Then what? What will I do? Because a lot of guys are like that. The woman will leave and that's it. Their life's over. They feel like the rug was pulled from underneath them and now they're like, oh, my God. But if you know deep down inside, you have that conviction that one day I'm going to be this fucking insane motherfucker. I'm going to go out there and create an incredible life. And you're backing it up with action, most importantly. You're not just saying it like a lot of guys do. You're saying it and you're going out there and you're putting in the work. If she decides to leave you then, whilst you're on that journey, good. I say good because you don't want anyone like that around you. But if she's a good woman and you treat her well, despite your financial circumstances, and I'm not saying that you're dirt poor, but maybe you're making minimum wage and you're trying to increase your income, you're improving your skill sets, maybe you're taking a course, you're applying for higher paid jobs, you're doing everything in your power to make sure you earn more money and you put yourself in a good position and your partner in a good position. If you're doing all of that, then you can sleep well at night. And you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm a man. I'm handling my responsibilities. And if she feels like, oh, well, he doesn't take me on enough holidays, he doesn't do it. Now, bearing in mind, I'm expecting you guys to treat your women well based on your circumstance. Now, look, women do want nice things. Women do want to go to beautiful places. And if you can, take your woman from time to time to a beautiful place. But don't feel like you're how can I put it, a circus clown that's constantly trying to entertain her beyond your means. And if she knows that as well, if she knows you're making $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month, and she's asking you to take her to all these fancy places constantly, and she's not bearing in mind where you are financially, and you've told her, listen, sweetheart, I want to take you to this place, but right now money's a bit tight. But let me work hard. Let me save some more money from work and we'll go somewhere special. If she's understanding and she's like, yeah, okay, I believe in you, honey, and, together we'll go when we're ready. We don't have to go right now. Because there are some incredibly supportive women out there. But if she's like, oh, no, you know what? I'm going to find someone who can take me. If that's her attitude, let her go. Let her go. But if she's like, okay, and you're working hard, man, you're putting in these shifts. Man, I see some guys that work, quote unquote, regular jobs, but their women are madly in love with them. And they do absolutely everything they can to take care of their women. And there are women out there that are so appreciative of that, of the small things. Should gladly sit with you in a car park and have some KFC with you in the car and she's smiley and giddy, and she just wants to be around you. Whether it's in a car park eating KFC or on a first-class trip to Bali. This woman just wants to be with you. Right? Do everything you can to become the best possible man. For you, most importantly. Not because, oh my God, hypergamy. But at the same time, be her best option. And look, let me add something else. You're not just a body and a bit of money. Your energy, your aura, your wisdom, the things you've learned, all of that is valuable to a woman. Now, they don't say that when when you see these YouTube videos and these guys are interviewing, what do you want in a guy? They all say, 6'2", 300,000, 50, 400,000 minimum. Some of these girls are saying that. But a lot of these girls also gravitate to a man's masculine energy, his aura, the things that he knows. That's why some women will say, and you've probably seen this, guys, on some YouTube videos, I like being around my man because I don't have to think about anything. He does all the thinking for me. Sometimes they just like sitting there. I mean, that trend was all over TikTok, right? What do you think of or how many times a week do you think of the Roman Empire? Right, women would go around asking their dudes, and then they'd film their reaction. And the guys are like, you know what, I think about at least twice a week. And then they get into this like long conversation about why, and their women are just laughing because they can't comprehend why, right? But you get the point here. Don't worry about hypergamy, man. Be the best possible man that you can be. If you've done absolutely everything in your power to take care of this woman and, take her to nice places within your means and, and she's still not satisfied and maybe she's mentioned the fact that you're not making enough, let her go. But if she's a supportive woman, she'll be by your side. And as long as you're doing what you have to do. Now, look, if you're a lazy bastard and you're laying on the couch and jacking off all over yourself, well, then you know what? She deserves to leave you. She does. And in most cases, women do deserve to leave you when you're young. Because you talk left and you walk right. You talk a load of smack and you don't back it up. And in my case, with my previous partner, I was in a confused state. I was procrastinating heavily on the things that I told her I was going to pursue. And I just became that guy, Mr. One day I will, and not Mr. I'm doing it. Right? Women love it when a man leaves the house and goes out there and works on something. Not Mr. He's always next to me. He has nothing to do. If you're unfulfilled at your job and all you do is come home and just jump on the couch and eat Ben-Hariz ice cream until you fall asleep, well, she's going to think, is this the best I can do? She will. And if she's beautiful and young, she's going to be even more critical of that. All right? Hopefully this video has helped you, fellas. If it has, make sure you give it a like, comment, let me know what you think down below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Peace.